How I got the name Dumpster Jim. I was in the bar business for 30 years, and if you started a fight in my bar, I'd usually knock you out and throw you in the dumpster. You know, I thought I was a tough guy, and that's what I continued to do. I continued to do whatever it took to get whatever I wanted, and I did a lot of bad things, you know. I was so fueled by drugs and alcohol that I was fearless. And I looked up to God and I said, this is what my life has become. This is where I ended up. What God did was he led me to the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous. Finally got to my turn to talk, and he said, okay, tough guy, what's your story? I said, I've been in the bar business for 30 years selling BS and booze, and sometimes I knock people out and I throw them in the dumpster. And he said, okay, Dumpster Jim, we had what you got. If you want what we got, shut up and listen. Next. And then two other guys came up to me after that meeting and said, you know, you're never going to make it here, tough guy. I was like, yeah, well, I'll see you next week. Because I'm the kind of guy, you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to show you. What happened was I met a girl. God sent her to me to get me to come to Willow. I really believed that. She, in fact, said, a big tough guy like you, what are you afraid of, a little church? You know? She goes, why don't you come? And I said, all right, well, I'll go. I'll show you, I'll go. And I went. That relationship never worked out, but I kept going to Willow. And I'll never forget that day Bill Hybels was speaking. It isn't what he said, but what I heard was, you, the big tough guy in the back, God loves you too. And I'll never forget leaving that day because I ran into a couple of guys who I used to collect money from, and they said, what are you doing here? Are you looking for somebody? I said, no, God loves me. Have a blessed day. And I think they went and put more money in the basket because they'd never seen a miracle before. And I met my wife at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, and I said, you know, and I could just one look at her, and I fell for her. And the first thing we did was we went to church that Sunday, and she loved it, you know, because I sit in the front row. I'm a cameraman's worst nightmare because I'm a big guy, and Marcus had suggested to me I go to Marriage 101. Then he asked me the big question. He challenged us to be abstinent for the 8 weeks of that program. God answered that prayer. I fell off a ladder. I broke 3 ribs. And I didn't have to worry about that for the next 8 weeks. So God got me through that too. But when I walk into Willow Crystal Lake, it's like being Norm in Cheers, you know, dumpster. I've never been a part of anything good in my life. When I see that I can be a part of that journey, I get excited. I know that I'm not doing it. I know that Jesus is doing this. But he's using a guy like me. And every day we have is a day of grace. Thank God I didn't get what I deserved, you know. Trying to break that chain of alcoholism and addiction in my family. And when they say turn and greet at the end of the song, the days I turned around, and my son Jimmy was there, hugging me, saying, Dad, I love you. It was one of the best days of my life. So, God can do anything if we let him.